Good afternoon. My name is Mary Bramley, and I'm the Director of Development here at For Love of Children. Today is our 13th annual book festival. We did not want to lose one of our treasured traditions, and so we decided to go virtual this year. I'm so honored to be able to welcome you to our 13th annual virtual book festival. Have a great evening.
Hi everyone, my name is Cordelia Cranshaw. I am former Miss District of Columbia USA 2019. When I was 12 years old, my mom was sentenced to 10 years in prison and my dad was a struggling alcoholic, which resulted in me ending up in the foster care system. In 2014, I was one of 6% of foster youth who age out of the foster care system nationally to go on to earn a bachelor's degree. I wanted to give my tools for success back to the community. I used my past experiences and my pain to fuel my purpose by becoming a social worker. I founded Acts of Random Kindness, also known as ARC, in 2014. Acts of Random Kindness is a nonprofit organization based in the District of Columbia where we provide programs and services to children and families. Through ARC, our mission is to bridge the gaps in the communities and end the cycle of poverty. As Miss District of Columbia USA 2019, I used my entire reign to focus on a district-wide school tour, touring around schools throughout the District of Columbia, inspiring students to make education their top priority. As a motivational speaker, I have the ability to share my experiences with child welfare organizations, policymakers, stakeholders, and youth. My life experiences allow me to share with them the real life success of youth aging out of the foster care system and to debunk the myth that former foster youth don't go on to become successful. My audiences leave feeling so inspired. They are empowered to persevere no matter what life challenge that they face, and they are at the start of becoming their best selves to turn their dreams into reality.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me at the For Love of Children's 13th Annual Book Festival. I am so excited to be hosting this event with FLOC. I really believe in their mission and think they are doing great things to help DC students and youth. As you just heard, I used to be in the foster care system and was one of 6% of youth nationally who aged out of the system to go on and get a bachelor's degree. My experiences led me to earn a career in social work and develop a passion for helping others. This is why I founded Acts of Random Kindness, also known as ARC, a nonprofit organization that strives to involve the community in the experiences of children and families facing life challenges. ARC creates programs and provides resources for youth, their families, and those support them. What you may not know is that FLOC began in 1965 as a movement among churches and concerned citizens to assist 900 neglected children who were at the time being warehoused in the DC's overcrowded and understaffed Junior Village orphanage. FLOC and its partners arranged for proper schooling and safe and loving homes for those kids, and Junior Village finally closed down in 1973. That's amazing. From its beginning, FLOC has made a radical commitment to DC's children, and in the mid-1990s, with the belief that providing a good education was the most effective way to help young people achieve the successful future that they deserved. Today, FLOC's programs offer students one-on-one tutoring in reading and math, college and career preparation, and lifelong mentorships, ensuring they have equitable access to education and their future. As a nonprofit, FLOC's ability to impact DC's youth directly depends on the support of its families, volunteers, and generous donors. For the last 55 years, FLOC has served over 10,000 of DC's under-resourced youth and provided them with beyond the classroom support and services completely free of charge. And because of your support, they will continue to make a radical commitment to their students and families for many, many more years to come. Now let's kick off this book festival with our first read aloud of the night. Our first book is called Caleb Has Something to Say, and it was written by Shanita Stone. Shanita is an Old Dominion University graduate, a wife, a mother of three, and a newly self-published author. Her book, Caleb Has Something to Say, was inspired by her son. He is nonverbal and has cerebral palsy, and she wrote this book for him and other children like him to be able to see and hear themselves in the stories they read. Her goal is to offer diversity in children's literacy by promoting inclusivity and representation. She looks forward to writing more stories inspired by her children and to create spaces for them to be their beautiful and unique selves. Let's hear Shanita's story.
Hey, how are you? I hope you all are enjoying FLOC's Book Festival, and thank you for inviting us to read with you today. I'm Shanita, this is my son Caleb, and this is my daughter Carter, and today we're going to share with you a book that's very special to us. It's called Caleb Has Something to Say. Hi, my name is Caleb, and I am 5 years old. While I was being born, my brain got hurt really badly. The doctors told my mom and dad I would have to live with something called cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy. For me, that means sometimes I will do things differently than other kids around me. One thing that I do differently is how I communicate. I am nonverbal, and that means I do not talk. But just because I do not speak my words does not mean I don't have anything to say. When I am happy, you'll know it. My smile will be so big and wide that you'll see all of my teeth. Like when my dad comes in from work and says, "Hey, buddy," as he pats my chest, I get so excited that he is home, it makes me laugh and giggle. Sometimes I just really need a hug. I might have a tummy ache, or maybe my body has tightened up too much and I can't relax. All these things can make me feel sad. You'll know I'm sad because my shoulders slump, my head hangs low, I'll whimper a little, and maybe even cry out loud. And my sister always comes to comfort me. Do you always go help Caleb? When it's time for me to eat, you'll know I will open and close my mouth, chomping my teeth. I'll smack my lips to say, "Hey, I'm ready for something yummy." And if it hits the spot, like the cotton candy my T-Mom gives me, I'll keep turning my head to let you know I want more, please. You like that cotton candy, huh? Just like you, there are times that I don't feel like talking or I just need a break. When that happens, I may turn my head away like this. And if you don't get the picture, then I'll just close my eyes like this. People will think I'm sleeping, but not my mom. She says, "Caleb, I know you are awake," and she's right. My mom always knows when I am tired. When she picks me up, I melt right into her arms. She kisses my forehead as she rocks me and hums the most beautiful tune. I start to have big and deep yawns. My eyes begin to blink slower and slower. And before I know it, I'm having sweet, sweet dreams. Thank you for reading with us. Enjoy the rest of the book festival. Bye.
That was such a wonderful, wonderful book that you shared with us. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your family with us, Shanita. Next, we are going to invite our first guest of the night to join us. Please welcome FLOC's Executive Director, Brandolyn Anderson.
Hi, Cordelia. Thank you for
Hi,
having me.
Brandolyn, how are you?
Good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So I heard that I was not the only queen on the Zoom call tonight. So do you have something to share with us?
Oh, Cordelia, you know, a queen stays ready.
Look at that. Well,
Stay ready.
go ahead and pull something out my bag.
Yes. This is how we
I have not worn this since the beginning of the year. Wow, it's so amazing to have this on my head right now.
And it still looks good on you, so let's do it.
Oh, you keep yours on for the interview, but I'm gonna take mine off for now.
That's good.
Oh, Brandolyn, you have said this is your favorite event of the year. What about this event makes it your favorite?
This event is specifically for our students. I love reading, and so it's really exciting to see students get excited about books. They get to pick their favorite books and be able to build up their home collection. And it's just really nice to just be surrounded by that childlike joy. So it's really, really my favorite.
Oh, that is amazing to have a stash of books that you can always just pick up when you're bored or you just need a moment to lift up your spirits.
Yes.
So I'm sure you know October is National Reading Month. What was your favorite book as a child, and did you enjoy reading, and do you still read?
So yes, I definitely enjoyed reading. I was only allowed 30 minutes of television a day when I was a kid, so my bookshelf was my best friend. My favorite book, actually, I have it right here. This was the book my grandmother taught me to read with when I was 3 years old. It's seen better days, but it's called Happiness is a Sad Song by Charles Schwartz, and it definitely began my love for the Peanuts gang. But it's just a really sweet, simple book, and it reminds me of my grandmother, so I definitely keep the original copy here. This book was published in 1967. This is the original.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Such a classic. You are probably going to need to frame that soon.
Yes.
So we have time for one more question. Why do you love FLOC, and what is one thing that people can do right now to support this wonderful organization?
I love FLOC for a million reasons. And I think that it's an organization that has always been kids first, making sure that our most vulnerable students have access to all that they need to be successful in life. And it's just really an honor to be able to lead this organization. We are turning 55 years old next month, which is incredible. And so it's just such a blessing to be able to lead such a historic organization. One thing people can do right now, we are currently in the middle of a matching campaign where every gift that we receive will go towards a match of up to $200,000. And we're also always looking for volunteers. So if you check out our website, www.floc.org, you can find all the information there, and you can definitely click that donate page and keep us going.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, you all heard her. Make sure you match the donation for $55 for their 55th birthday. What amazing. You guys have been impacting lives for so long, and I'm sure children and families across the district are so grateful to have you all. Thank you so much for joining us, Brandolyn.
Thank you so much, and I hope that you all enjoy the rest of the festival.
Our next author has written 65 books since 2016 and attained a ranking in the top 20,000 of Amazon authors. A.D. Largie is a renowned known author of beautifully illustrated children's books written to engage, educate, and entertain kids. His books show diversity and representation and have proven to be a hit with parents and kids worldwide. He first caught the attention of readers by his rhyming style kids book biography books series featuring icons like Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, and Stephen Curry. And today he's going to read to you the biography of Ganas Antetokounmpo.
Hey guys, my name is A.D. Largie, and I'm an author. Thank you for inviting me to read my book to you guys today. Today I'll be reading Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's one of my basketball books. Now I've written several of these basketball books: LeBron James, Steph Curry, Giannis, Zion, and Luka Doncic. And it's going to be a lot of fun reading this book to you guys today. There's a couple of like Greek names in here that are hard to pronounce. Giannis's last name is a little funny, long, and hard to pronounce. So don't laugh at me if I get tripped up on those words. All right, so let's have a little fun. One day, not long ago, in a place called Athens, Greece, a boy was born whose glory would never cease. His name was Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was named under a church dome, and his name means the crown has returned home. Giannis's parents came from Nigeria to Greece in search of a better life, but the situation did not change for Charles and Veronica, his wife. It was tough for Giannis's mom and dad to buy a home, clothes, and food to eat. To earn money, Giannis and his brothers sold watches, bags, and sunglasses to help make ends meet. But Giannis and his brother, Thanasis, found a happy place at a nearby playground where they learned to play basketball. Giannis and Thanasis practiced every day, dribbling, shooting, rebounding, and passing the ball. Giannis trained and practiced every day to improve, but not having enough for his family made him feel angry and sad. He even had to share with his brother the only sneakers they had. Even with hard times, young Giannis had dreams. He dreamed of one day being the best player in the world and playing for the best NBA teams. Giannis was determined and persistent every day, practicing hard. He dribbled the ball on the street, on the court, and in his yard. Finally, his skills were noticed by Spiros Villanantis, a professional basketball club coach. He knew that Giannis would become the best with his advice and unique approach. Giannis and his brother received an offer they could not snub. So he moved with his family closer to Philadelphia, home of his first basketball club. Finally, Giannis's parents got good jobs, and his brothers had enough food and clothes. Giannis worked hard to improve his blocks and free throws. Giannis became unstoppable. He no longer felt sadness or fear. As a member of Philadelphia's youth club, he started his professional career. He has been successful at games, proven himself at each one. European managers wanted him, but the Spanish team, Zaragoza, won. Young Giannis was happy, aware of his influence and fame. His dreams were coming true when he qualified for the Greek League All-Star game. Happiness and smiles reached Giannis again when he accomplished his dream. He was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks, a well-known basketball team. When he arrived in the NBA, Giannis worked hard with sweat and tears. Each year, he was bigger and stronger and eventually became MVP after 6 years. By practicing hard and listening to his coaches, he was no longer skinny and weak. He gained 50 pounds and the nickname, the Greek Freak. He became a top ranked NBA rookie for the season without much trouble. He became the youngest Bucks team member to score a triple double. In front of a full hall, on the floor, in his jersey, Giannis lived his dream. Fans, players, and the media selected him to become captain of the NBA All-Star team. Despite all his achievements, the awards, and the Greek freak brand, Giannis Antetokounmpo never forgot Greece and played for the national team of his homeland. With his brother in the Olympics, defending the colors blue and white, Thanasis even joined him on the Bucks team in the bright NBA light. Many years ago, Giannis had a needy, hopeless, and hard life. Now he lives happily with his son Charles and Mariah, his lovely wife. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed that one. Bye bye.
That was such a great story, AD. Thank you for bringing to life what it takes to make a dream a reality and accomplishing your goal. Next, I would like to introduce a former FLOC volunteer and current FLOC board chair, Renee Lauren Ellis. Thank you so much for joining us, Renee. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Joining you from the Great Hall of Hogwarts. That's my background today.
So, what drew you to FLOC when you first started volunteering?
I was attracted because FLOC makes it easy. After law school, I had a whole lot of time on my hands, and I reached out to my friends in the area to say, if you come across any opportunities working with young people, let me know. I got forwarded information from recruitment and outreach on a listserv. I reached out to them. I had training scheduled to volunteer in like 2 weeks. And within a month, I was doing my first tutoring session to start the school year. That was October 2012. And I've been a volunteer in some form or fashion ever since. So it's been fun. FLOC makes it easy. The students are awesome. I enjoy my time.
That is awesome. So I hear that you've tutored before. What was it like tutoring the students of FLOC?
It was lots of fun. The students are always energetic, which is a testament to them because it like weekday tutoring is at the end of the day for them, or weekend tutoring. Always energetic, always creative with the rules for Uno. We often play games to get concepts across, and they were always enthusiastic about that. And it was always a good feeling when a student I was helping would be able to pass one of the unit tests and the sense of accomplishment, and then we'd celebrate with a game or some type of reward, and then get right back to it. The students were enthusiastic, energetic, and persistent. Like they really were, going after it all the time.
Wow, that's amazing. I know the students that you have come in contact with and made an impact in their lives are excelling in their academic careers. So one last thing, what was your favorite book growing up?
So I feel like this is a trick question. It's hard to choose just one book, but the one that comes to mind is one I remember reading by myself for the first time. It was a Ladybird classic. So I grew up in Jamaica. So Ladybird classics are like golden books, like those early readers. And it was Wee Willie Watermelon and Betty Beetroot of the Garden Gang. So this was just a day in the garden with these fruits and vegetables that had, human names. And it was always lots of fun to read that book. And then, of course, special shout out to Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys. My friends and I really enjoyed reading those just before we went off to like high school in Jamaica. How many of the series could we read? How many could you trade? My mom would take me shopping to the bookstore on Saturday mornings to pick one. Those are my fond memories of the earliest books, and I still read as much as I can today.
That is awesome, Renee. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Sure, thank you. It's been a fun program.
Our next author will be our final author of the night, Lori Rose. Lori Rose is a mom and aunt. During quiet moments, she spends her time in a world of pretend with mythical characters, magic, and endless adventures. Lori wrote her first book at 9 years old and hasn't stopped since. She writes books for children in her life to laugh at and to learn from. Her greatest hope is that the children in your family can do the same. Today, Lori is going to read her book called My Hair is Magic.
For love of children, hello. I am so excited to be sharing one of my books with you today. My name is Lori Rose, and I will be sharing my book called My Hair is Magic. So let's get started. Kinky, coily, curly, wavy, straight. Those are a bunch of different ways this girl can wear her hair. My hair is magic. It can do anything. I don't have to do much to make it look great. It comes from my scalp in small, tight curls that keep it safe while it grows long. I feed it every day with oils and creams. Too much cleaning makes my hair starve. It will get dry and hard. Too little cleaning makes it dirty. That will make my hair very oily. So I clean it the right amount. I like to get my hair nice and wet. When it dries, it makes a small afro. If I want my hair to be bigger, then we have to blow. The blow dryer stretches it out. Now I have a halo. My mom calls it my crown. If I want to wear my hair long, I can get it straightened out. This takes heat and a lot of care, so we take our time to make sure not to burn my hair. When I am inside, my hair looks one color, but out in the sun, it turns another. When it is time for bed, I braid my hair. Then I wrap it up tight in soft silk. When I wake up, I take the braids out. Like magic, I have a whole new look. I can do puffs, ponytails, and pigtails too. Each day you will think my hair is brand new. I can put my hair up or wear it down. I can also add zigzags or pretty jewels to my crown. Sometimes I pull my hair to the side. Other times I like to have hair in my eyes. My hair is magic. It can do anything. Not everyone is lucky like me. Some hair is straight, and that is all it can do. Some hair only has one trick or two. No other hair is quite like mine. This is why I have so much fun and let my hair shine. My hair is magic. I bet yours is too.
Wow. That was such an amazing story. I love the theme of acceptance and self-love in that book. As you all seen, my hair was curly in the video and it's straight now. So that's pretty cool. But without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the woman who wrote the book, Lori Rose. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lori. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Yes, you said you've been writing books since you were 9 years old. That is amazing. What inspired you to be a writer at such a young age?
You know, I've been really fortunate. It's, the women in my family, every generation of women in my family have been writers. They've been journalists, poets, researchers, novelists, and I looked up to them and wanted to be just like them.
That is amazing. So I heard that you have written many books, but 7 in just 2020 alone. We know what you've been doing with your quarantine time. Do you have a favorite book or a favorite type of book you like to write?
Absolutely. I love to write about things that make us happy and things that remind us of what we like to do and think about to make us happy. So that's my real goal. I want to make people smile.
Absolutely. These have been such great answers, but unfortunately, we only have time for one more. What is a piece of advice that you would give to a student that may be watching who aspires to be an author like yourself?
Oh, that's a great question. So, to anyone who wants to be an author, my advice to you is to write. Someone out there is yearning to read what you have to say. So, your words are going to make them laugh, they might make them cry, it could even change their life.
So don't wait for anything. Do what you love. And if that's writing, love every single word that you put down, because each word is going to bring you closer to your goal. I also want you to know that writing is a social activity. When I started writing at 9, I wrote stories from my friends who would give me feedback and tell me what they wanted to see in the next chapter. The most fun I've had with writing is when I get to share it with others. So my advice is not just to write, but to share it with anyone who wants to read it.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Lori, for joining us tonight and for reading to us as well. Thank you again.
Thank you.
The event is almost over, but we can't leave without announcing our raffle winners. Today, we will be announcing 3 lucky winners to receive a copy of our author's books. So our first student will be getting Shanita Stone's book, Caleb Has Something to Say, and the winner is Javier Reyes Mendez. Congratulations, Javier. All right, we have two more books to give away, 2 more prizes. And our next one, we have Curtis Yates, who will be receiving A.D. Largie's book, Ganes Antetokounmpo. Yay, congratulations, Curtis. And the final winner of the night, who will be getting not only Lori Rose's book, My Hair is Magic, but also a $25 gift card is Journey Marshall. Congratulations, Journey. And congratulations to all of our winners tonight. FLOC will be sending those prizes to you soon. Thank you to everyone who has been watching tonight. Thank you to our wonderful authors, Shanita, AD, and Lori, to Brandolyn and Renee, and to everyone who continues to support FLOC and its students. And now, before we say goodbye, we have one more surprise in the spirit of Halloween. Lori Rose will be reading another one of her books, Zara and Zobu's Book of Magic, Chapter 1. From everyone at FLOC and myself, we hope you all have a wonderful evening and happy Halloween.
Hello, for love of children, students, and readers. This is author Lori Rose, and I am here to read another book with you. So today, on this beautiful day, I am very excited to introduce you to Zara and Zobu. We will be reading their book, Zara and Zobu's Book of Magic, Chapter 1. Meet Zara and Zobu. They are twins and graduates from homeschool. Camping outside under the stars is their favorite thing to do. Meet Zara. She has the power of joy. Zara likes lollipops, plants, and archery. Meet Zobu. He has the power of focus. Zobu likes reptiles, gum, and soccer. They both like being outside and reading books. Meet the rest of the Soul family, Mom, Dad, and baby sister Zuni. Meet Dad. He laughs the loudest. He's a magical chemist, and he loves the zoo. Meet Zuni. She's the most powerful soul, much more than a baby, and she really likes cats. Meet Mom. She likes to garden. She hogs the couch. She can spell anything, and she's the best hugger. Zara and Zobu were born into a family of magicians. Their family does not practice the kind of magic that pulls rabbits out of hats. Instead, they use everyday magic. That is to say, they use magic every single day. It is the useful type of magic that makes life easier, the type of magic that makes you feel good and happy to be alive. Zara and Zobu are about to attend school outside of the house for the very first time. They can't wait to meet new teachers and friends they can learn from. To them, learning at home is not the same as going to a real school. Until now, their parents taught them at home how to read, do math, and practice magic. But Zara thinks learning from others, something their parents didn't teach, would make them feel grown up. A real school, Zobel thinks, will teach magic and other subjects during the day. They think the best way to learn is at a real school. Zara and Zobu arrive at school, serious of mind and heart. They take their seats, ready to learn. Eyes wide, they look around in surprise to see the rest of the kids arrive. The kids are loud. They yell, laugh, and talk. Some bounce in with energy like volcanoes ready to erupt. The rest feel like a hurricane. They are so different from what Zara and Zobu expected. It feels strange. One girl is quiet, and her energy feels calm and nice. Giggling and shouting, the scraping of chairs, hand claps and snapping, these sounds fill the air. Not one person shows the focus a magic user would use to create the environment and life that they choose. Zara and Zobu aren't sure what to think. Zara says, maybe this is a new way to practice magic? Zobu shrugs. Well, if it is, it sure stinks. It takes some time, but finally the students settle down. But then Zara feels no spark, and Zobu can't hear the hum of magic's mark. There is no magic in the room, besides what they can feel coming from each other. Zara wonders if everyone here feels lonely. The feel of magic all around lets her know she is not alone. Thinking about why the magic is missing is a distraction. Zara does her best to pay attention. Zobu thinks that if he waits long enough, the teacher will share why there is no magic in the room. Zara and Zobu make it through the morning by following their math and reading lessons. They're happy for the break that lunch brings. Zara and Zobu are about to eat when sharp, bitter words zap their energy. A girl and a boy are not getting along. They tug and they pull between them a foot-long sandwich. The girl said, "You're fat and ugly. You can't have this." And he said, "You're mean and stupid. It's mine. Deal with it." Soon, the teachers heard the yelling and broke the boy and girl apart. They split them up so no more fights could start. But it was already too late for everyone in the lunchroom. Zara and Zobu watched the bad energy swirl and infect everyone with a boom. Zara and Zobu used their magic to push off the negative energy with ease, but no one else did. So the bad energy clung to them like a disease. Anger and hatred and violence took over. It was so bad that no one was happy recess was next on the schedule. During recess, a boy tripped and sat down crying. Zobu came closer to watch him heal. Zara saw too, but after too long, she could no longer watch. Instead, she put her hand on his knee and pulled out the pain. The boy jumped up, happy again. Zobu said, "I thought any second he would start to heal himself." Zara replied, "I've come to the conclusion they can't do that for themselves." Zobu nodded. "All day we have waited." Zara agreed. "But there is nothing to see." Together they said, "There's no magic users here. To them, it is not a possibility." Zobu continued. We can learn from them reading. We can learn from them math. We can even learn history, science, and graphs. But magic is not a thing they can do. If we want to learn more, our parents, as teachers, will have to do. Zara and Zobu finished their school day. They walked home with shoulders slumped. The first day of school did not go as they expected. Later at home, Zobu said, I've been thinking. It doesn't feel right to take learning but not give anything back. Maybe we should teach them about magic. That's a great idea, said Zara. Let's ask Mom and Dad what they think. Mom listened patiently. Dad cracked a smile. Baby sister Zuni gave a wink of support. Dad said, anyone can do magic. That's a great idea. The tricky part is that not everyone believes in it, even when they see that it is real. Mom nodded and said, let them know what you can do. Then tell them you're happy to share it with them too. And then maybe one day soon, said Dad, they will surpass all your teaching and teach you something you didn't know or couldn't see. Oh, what a great day that would be. It looks like Zara and Zobu may get new teachers after all. They sat down together to think things through. A book, they decided, is how they would teach and provide magic lessons available to all who could read. But where would they start? There is so much to share. Aha, I know, said Zara as she climbed on a chair. Start with the basics? Zobu asked. Yes, I've got it, replied Zara. The power of words will get everything started. After lots of editing, writing, and help from their parents, Zara and Zobu are proud to present their first chapter. Read if you dare. Zara and Zobu's Book of Magic, Chapter 1. This book is for you if magic is your quest. We will teach all we know so you can live your best life yet. But if you turn this page, you must make a promise to practice what is here every day if you are honest. Words have power. Everyone practices magic, whether they know it or not. Words are the magic tools their mouths have got. Words can grow and uplift. They can also rot and bring harm and turn good things to bad, like a shot in your arm. Be very careful with all the words you use. As a beginner at magic, it is best to first think the words in your head, then only speak the good words. Yes, you can let the good ones out, but keep all the other words inside all to yourself. If the words you put out in the world are good, soon you'll see good is what you'll get back, multiplied by infinity. If the words you put out in the world are bad, you'll make yourself sick and those around you sad. It won't take long. It will happen instantly, but the bad vibes will stay with you constantly. So use your first power found in your mouth. Use it with care. Let only the good words out. Practice your magic. This will help you to understand that words have energy. Whether a word has good or bad energy depends on how it is used and how it makes those around us feel. If you say something when you're playing or when you're serious, the impact or the way it makes someone feel will be very different. Now, here are a few steps to practice. Number 1, think of someone you know and list on paper all of the words that describe them. Number 2, imagine saying these words to them. Circle the words that you think would make them feel good. All of the circled words carry good energy. Number 3, every word left, if you said them out loud, might make the person feel bad. In this case, these words would carry bad energy. Think. Is there a time you could say these words and the person won't feel bad? Number 4, imagine that to help the person be the best they can be, your job is to say all the words with positive energy. Find that person and tell them all of these good things. If everyone did this, we would build a wonderful world filled with good, while the bad is locked out. Thank you for reading Zara and Zobu's Book of Magic, Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is coming soon. Who knows what magic they'll teach? Thank you so much for reading with me. This is Lori Rose. I had such a good time with you.